If we're going to make an Effigies record, we had to make it A, great, and B, heavy.
It's a rock and roll album. It's done the way it used to be done. It does use modern technology, but it's kind of an old school process.
I'm really happy with our new music. It's heavy, it's rock and roll, and I think it's really working well.
I think it works conceptually as well as it works if you take one tune and listen to it.
This is the best record I could have made at this age. This is the album that had to be made right now.
We've had enough. If you need more, this is the place we're on.
Before the band got back together a few years ago, I always thought that I'd have a few more albums left of me. So I had effectively been done with music, but you know, there'd been a couple Effigies reunion shows, but nothing serious about getting back together.
I ran into Steve at the Damn show with the Misfits, probably 2004. We're watching, we're like, why aren't we doing this, you know?
We're saying all these older bands are getting back together again. They're playing, they sound great, you know, they're having fun. Why shouldn't we do that too? Do you want to get back together? And we said, definitely, let's do it. Now we have to approach John.
We met at a bar and I had conditions and we decided to go do it. And then I met Bob and then it worked out.
Well, Paul asked me if I wanted to do it. I said, yeah, but I don't want to be a nostalgia act.
Some trust to myself, but then there's the blame.
And there's no way I'm playing just the old stuff. It had to be new stuff. And the other condition was that the sound had to pick up from our first album.
Found a practice space, started just writing songs right away, new songs right away.
We'd go in and just pound out rhythms. We'd sometimes just let it go for an hour, just let the tape roll and see what came out.
And we just came in and just started throwing all kinds of shit at the wall and picking out the best stuff, and took a few songs we already had written and we got an album real quickly.
We found a recording studio we wanted to work with, which was Andy Gerber's Million Yen Studio.
And when this project came up and I had heard some of the stuff he'd been doing, I said, well, he's the guy I'd want to work with first, you know, let's approach him, and we didn't have to ever look anywhere else. He was a perfect fit.
Somebody called me and said, you know, we're thinking about doing a record, would you be into it? And I was like, hell yeah, I would, of course.
A better man will forget. A few words were said for effect and descent.
We came in, we did the live sessions, no click track. All the guys playing live. John was in the booth over here singing along with them. And we tracked everything live and then just kind of built it up from there.
When I first met Andy, I said to Andy, when we go in, I want you to tell me. I want you to be mean. If you think something sucks that I'm doing, tell me it sucks. You know, I want you to be that way with this whole band.
We kept adding guitars. I would listen to it back and think, it's just not heavy enough. We got to do this, we got to do this. So I would drag Bob back in here to do more overdubs.
If I were to give a high watermark for what we need to do in the studio, it's try to be live. Try to get that live sound, put it on record in the studio.
Anybody who knows the Effigies' past recordings knows, and I know the band, and John especially, felt like they never quite captured what they were capable of doing live. So I absolutely was trying to get the sense that you were standing, you know, 10 feet in front of the center stage watching these guys, you know, coming at you at full blast. That was kind of the goal.
Yeah, Andy did get us this big, heavy sound.
It's got a bigger, fuller sound to it. It's more melodic, it's more, I think, rock-oriented. It's not really a punk record. It's a rock record. But it's got the big, deep bass sounds that we lacked, I think, in all our earlier recordings. It's got the sonic guitars, which really defines the Effigies sound, and the big drums, and it's dark. It's got dark lyrics.
The other thing I wanted to bring out was John's lyrics, because he's a great lyricist and a distinctive vocalist. Like, he's more of a vocalist with a style as opposed to a singer in the sort of true or proper nature of whatever you want to call that. But I mean, he's his own guy.
European airs and pretensions to a crown. No promises, no charges. Then she quietly left town.
He's not interested in being the best singer. He's just interested in being the most interesting singer.
Songs are just fighting to get out, and they got to get out on paper. I'm not writing it to sell. I'm not writing it, I don't pander to an audience. I don't try to say things that I think people want to hear. I write what I think I have to write, and that's purely what it is. A lot of our themes, I think, are fairly universal too. I mean, death, love, sex, everything, it's all in there. It's all in the Effigies record, right?
It's heavy, and I do have to say that Andy was a guy for the job.
Once was planned for, it's now too late. Once was left towards, it's now too late. Final surprise.
He got the job done, and that's what I'm always looking for, guys that get the job done.
Chemistry to me is key, and I think there was a lot of really good chemistry here, a lot of fun, a lot of, able to sort of experiment a little bit, and I think it was a really good end result.
It's a strong batch of songs. I think it's as strong a batch of songs as they've done since maybe their early stuff, Haunted Town sort of stuff.
You got to catch lightning in a bottle, and you can't do that unless it's out there. And I think if there's a window of opportunity, this album could bring that to us.
The goal was clear, and the mission was accomplished. And I think it's a great record, and I think it is probably their strongest record.
We're kind of a down and dirty rock and roll band, and that's what we are. And we want to show people that it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still play music, and you can still not only have a good time at it, but you can still say something too, and have a message behind your music as well.
If time makes it right, then this should be a very right album.
Final surprise. It's never the wrong time.